Hey guys, Making Money with Gary. Today is April 16th, 2025. And I came out here roughly around 6 o'clock and I picked. And right now it's about 7:40. So I probably picked, and by the time really I got picking, I probably picked an hour and a half. And what I picked was 3.5 pounds. And I'll show you what I picked. And what I get is $41 for 18-ounce order. So I have 41 times 3, $123 that I spent an hour and a half picking. So let me show you some of the Longleaf pine needles in my hand, what they look like. These range in length between 11 and 20 inches long. The ones in my hand are between 13 and 15 inches long. And here they are. This is what's in my hand. This right here is possibly about $10 in my pocket after it's sold. It's only like 6 ounces in my hand right here. That's 6 ounces. And I normally could hold up to 8 ounces in my hand, even 10. But I'm just showing you what $10 looks like. And that's $10 right there. And with a gross amount of this, 6 ounces, would probably be around $13 or $14. So I'm going to put that in my bag. And I'm going to show you what I have in the bag, guys. And what I have in the bag now, that's in there too. What I have in this bag is 3.5 pounds, possibly a little more than 3.5 pounds, but right around there. And that's you can see the store name on the bag. Okay, so I use these bags. They're great for picking. They're very long, and I can get the needles in them, and I don't have a problem. I have used different types of bags, and these bags seem to work great. So I come out and I pick, and I sell these online, and I've been doing this for 5 years. And what I sell, I normally sell 100 pounds a month. And I get in my pocket, after the $41 gross, I end up making $27 and change. You know, $27.50, right around there, for every 18-ounce order, 1 pound, 2 ounces. And I do sell 2-pound orders, 3-pound orders, 1.5-pound orders, 3.5-pound orders, 10-ounce orders, 8-ounce orders. I sell all different size orders. And the customer does pay for the shipping. So a $41 order would be a 1 pound, 2 ounces with shipping. And what the customer will do with these Longleaf pine needles, they're going to weave baskets. And they're going to replicate what the Native American Indians have been doing for hundreds of years. And these baskets, they're going to sell them between $50 and $300 to $400 each, depending on what they look like, how they do them, you know. And they replicate what the Native American Indians have been doing for hundreds of years. And they sell weave baskets. They make whisk brooms. They make plant holders that you could put a plant in a pot and hang it from the ceiling, and everything is weaved out of these Longleaf pine needles. You see them all on the ground here. And they weave mats, they weave placemats, they weave mats that hang on the wall. Big mats, and they weave designs into them. Maybe an image of a person or a house or something. They could weave stuff. Or maybe they replicate different tribal symbols from different tribes and weave the patterns into the mat. And people hanging on the wall will pay hundreds of dollars for that mat. And they also weave wreaths that hang on the door. And if somebody buys 18 ounces off of me, they could make 10 or 15 wreaths, depending, they make them small or big. And, you know, then, of course, they'll come out in the woods and pick some leaves and put leaves on them and maybe dip them in wax or whatever they dip them in to make them stop aging, you know. And now these Longleaf pine needles last a long time. People had found artifacts that were hundreds of years old that were made out of these Longleaf pine needles. There's certain ways to preserve them that people do to preserve them, to make them where they won't fade away. And I mean, if they're in a house or something and they're on a shelf, they're just going to stay forever, probably. Now, what I'm showing you here is right here. There's a pile of ashes. Now, what happened was the pine needles right here in this path were probably 6 or 7 inches high. And people were walking on these pine needles And what was happening was, it was like walking in quicksand. So I think, now I can't say 100% certain, but I think the park put them in a pile here and burnt the Longleaf pine needles. And these parks have trails, and somebody did anyway, but they do that. And I've seen controlled fires where they'll burn these once there's too many, like after they fall for a whole year or a year and a half. These things will be a foot deep on the ground. And in a dry season, they're a very fire hazard. They burn really slow, but they're still a fire hazard. So what these parks do, when I say parks, it's a town park. It's it's not a federal park. And what they do is they'll burn them, they'll rake them up, they'll bring them to the dump, they'll use them for landfill. They get rid of them. They don't keep them here. So yes, I could walk in trees here off the path, and I could find them. I find them around the trees. And here's a green one. Now, people can't use a green one, but I'm just going to show you with this green one. I'm going to show you a needle is 3 needles on one prong, and it takes around 50 of these needles to make 1 ounce. 50 of them. And it takes around 400 of them to make a half a pound. 400 to 500. And it takes anywhere from 800 to 1,000 to make a pound. And so, and these have to be picked by hand. You can't rake them. And you can't really pick them on the trail where people walk. They get broken. And when they're broken, people can't use them to weed. So they don't want them raked. Rake them, break them. So what they want them hand-picked as they fall from the trees. And people pay good money for these. And I send them all over the country. I send them to Arizona. I send them to California. I'm here in South Carolina. And I send these things everywhere. And because I've been doing it for 5 years, I'm very well known on the internet. I have a big clientele. When I say I'm well known, a lot of people come to me. A lot of people recommend me. Because I've been doing this for 5 years. Not only do I sell these guys, I sell vintage books. And I make good money with that too. I average around $35 a book. I move, normally when it's busy, I'll move 100 books a month. And the pine needles, I'll move 100 pounds a month, which I've been doing. And when I first started doing the Longleaf pine needles, I was moving nothing. I was moving a pound a month, a pound a week. It was nothing. And then fast forward a couple years into it, I'm moving 10 pounds a week. And then now, a couple years after that, I'm moving 25 pounds a week, average. Some weeks I'll do 50 pounds, and then 1 week I won't do nothing. I'll always do something in a week. But 1 week I might do a couple pounds. And then the following week, if I'm doing a couple pounds in 1 week, that means that following week's going to be like a 50-pound week. And that's what happens. And so I have to have a stockpile. I have to have at least 20 pounds at all times stocked away, stashed away, ready to sell. I have to have them stocked up. And if I don't have a stockpile, and one day I get hit, like 5 people order from 5 different places, and I get hit with 15 pounds or something, I'll be out here picking for 2 days to get that. So, I could pick 15 pounds in a day, but you're talking 6 o'clock in the morning till 7 o'clock at night. And I'll have to go to an area where they're abundant. And this area right now, where I'm picking now, I have a lot of different areas I go to. And this area is good. They're starting to dry up. The best time to pick these is after a good rain. You pick them after a good rain, good windstorm, and you'll get them fresh. You pick them when they're all dried out. It's hard. It's hard to do. So what I like to do is I like to pick these after a rain, normally. But I don't always have the opportunity to pick them after a rain. So normally what I do is I'll just come out here every day or every other day and pick these things. And I will pick them for a couple hours, and I'll keep doing that till I feel satisfied that I can fill a few waters. So, and lo and behold, when I go home after I pick these, I'll have a few waters, and they'll be going as quick as I pick them. They're going out. I'm sending them out in the mail. So I always have to keep a stockpile. I can't play around. And in the beginning, it was great. I could take my time, but now I can't. I gotta have these. I gotta have at least in the least. I gotta have 20 pounds in the house. And because look, guys, when I pick these, I have to soak them in water with vinegar to kill any insects on them, or any fungus or anything like that. Then I have to put them outside to dry, and I have to put them up high on a rack, or I could dry them in the house on a rack. And they got to dry for 24 hours. Then I got to weigh them, bundle them, and tie them. And all this stuff takes time. So I know you see me come out here, and oh, look at the guy came out for an hour and a half, and he made $123, which would be $81 in my pocket in an hour and a half. That's pretty good money, but like I said, I got to soak them in a sink, and I got to put them out to dry. Then I bundle them. I bundle them in 1 ounce rolls, 8 ounce rolls, and then I sell them. And I've been doing this for a long time, and I enjoy doing it. And I never thought it would be this busy. I never thought I would have this big of a customer base. I thought it was going to be like a little money on the side to help me out. And it's a great deal of money, and it really does help me out. Because let me tell you, we have 7 dogs, 8 cats, 2 turtles, 3 birds. we have a lot of babies, a lot of pets. So, and vet bills ain't cheap. And my wife is, we also rescue animals every now and then. So, babies, animals, whatever you want to call them. So, and we normally pay for the vet ourselves. And the vets ain't cheap, they cost money. But we had ducks in the past. We rescued ducks that were, they would have died if we didn't rescue them. And we had them for a year and a half. So we do this stuff, and it's just something we do on the side. It's just something we do. So, hey guys, anybody can make money at this. I didn't mean to sidetrack there. If you're thinking of doing this, you could do it. You come out here and you could pick these and stock them up, put them online, you could sell them. But look, it ain't gonna happen overnight. It takes time. You're gonna have to come out and practice picking them. It's gonna take a while to get used to picking them. And then you'll have to stock them up in your house. Get a little stockpile, 3-4 pounds, something. Put them online, see how they sell. I mean, it's going to take a little while. You got to break in. Once you get one customer and they come back and you get another customer, it's a gradual thing. It gradually kicks in. But don't quit your day job. But you could make a little side money with this. And once it gets going, you can make a lot of money with it. And the same thing with the books, buying and selling the books, and buying books in Goodwill and thrift stores. I try to stay away from Goodwill. They're kind of high, but if you buy books and you get books that are vintage, that are rare, collectible, and you will come across them, and often you'll find a book that's signed. You'll flip it open, look at it. You'll see, oh, it's a first edition, and the guy that wrote the book signed it, and he was a famous author, and the book is, you're going to sell for $100. And of course, you don't tell the people at the desk. You walk up to the desk and they charge you 50 cents, $1, $2. You pay what they charge you. You walk out. You put the book up for sale and you sell it. And all this takes time. It's not like I mean, I'll go out and spend a few hours investigating books and stuff, and hit a different thrift stores, and then I look for the ones that are worth money. I don't always get ones that are worth a lot of money. Sometimes I get $20 books. As long as they move fast. You don't want to get books that you're going to sit on for a year. In the most, you want to sit on a book for 6 months and have it sell. And even that's long. But there's good money in it. And I've been doing it. I have a couple thousand items up in my store. And I make fantastic money. And now I'm starting something new. It's going to be a gemstone thing. And I didn't really have time to get into that fully yet because I've been so busy with this. But hey guys, I hope you enjoyed my video. And check out my other videos, how to dry these. Check out my videos of getting books and going to thrift stores. Check out my other videos. I'll give you some ideas. I might inspire you how to make money. And look, I'm retired. I mean, I retired a year ago. And I guess you could say I'm semi-retired. And I'm out here doing this so I can pay my bills. So, and it's doing fine, you know. I'm doing great with it. I'm very happy with it. And I came off the road. My last thing I was doing was driving a tractor trailer. I worked for a company called Western Express. They were out of Nashville, their main office. They were all over the country. They were up in Pennsylvania. I was out of a terminal out of Pennsylvania, and of course I was from Jersey, and I ran a lot of loads from Maine down to Florida, up and down the East Coast, and I ran out. I mean, I ran a little ways, Illinois and stuff. With this company, I have worked with other companies, and I did great with them. I was very happy with this company. Very good company. And I came off the road, and now I'm doing this stuff. I did other stuff. I did a million things in my life. I bounced to all different jobs. I had my own businesses. I did a lot of different things over the years. I didn't just wake up and say, I'm going to be a truck driver for my whole life. No. I worked construction. I had a floor waxing business. I had a mason business. Went to school for HVAC. Had an HVAC business. Went to school for electronics. I worked on video games and stuff. I did a whole bunch of different things over the years. I had a mason business. I did mason work. I don't know if I said that. I had a roofing business. I did roofing work. I worked construction as a laborer. I worked construction with a mason. I worked construction with a roofing company. I did roofing. I did a lot of things in my life. I did a lot of different, I did more than that. That's just naming a few. But now I'm retired. I didn't stop working, but I'm not out there living in that tractor trailer month in, month out. I'm not doing hard physical work. I come out here and I pick these. I enjoy it. I go out to the thrift stores. I pick the books. I enjoy it. I enjoy what I do. I'm living life to my fullest. I'm happy. No, I'm not a billionaire. I'm not a millionaire. I'm living good. I'm living good and I'm happy. And all right, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. And I hope it inspired you. Over and out. Here in South Carolina. Over and out.